Miranda Cosgrove is bringing iCarly back. The hit Nickelodeon series was the star's breakthrough role, and it's returning to Paramount Plus for a new round of episodes. Miranda tells People what it was like stepping back onto set.
When I actually got there, I felt a lot of things that I didn't think I was gonna feel, just because it brings back a lot of memories. Even though the set is updated, it still made me think about all the fun times I had. It's sort of like how I'd imagine going to your childhood home when you're 28 and visiting it for the first time in 10 years or something. It was like that.
Miranda was only 14 when iCarly premiered, and she says returning to the character as an adult gave her a new perspective.
As a kid, I just wanted to do a good job, and I wanted everybody to think that I was saying the lines really well and that everything was going well, and it was more about kind of making everybody else happy. And I feel like this time around, getting to be an executive producer on the show and getting to work with a female showrunner, it's so collaborative, and it's pretty different than the first time around, just being an adult and getting to have such a say in everything.
After the series first wrapped in 2012, Miranda took a step back from acting to study psychology at USC. She explains why it was important for her to get the college experience.
Going to college wasn't only about figuring out what I wanted to do, but it was also just about meeting people, being in a classroom, and having all those experiences I'd sort of missed out on because I didn't go to middle school or high school. So I'm really glad I did it because I met a lot of people and I got to really have a college experience.
Miranda grew up before our eyes on the Emmy-nominated children's show, but she reveals it wasn't always easy watching her teen years play out on screen.
Just growing up making iCarly, I went through my awkward phase and completely grew up on the show. So when I look back on old episodes, even though I remember the fun times and I can laugh, sometimes when I see the outfits I'm wearing or I just know how I felt during those moments in some of the episodes. And it's so weird to think that when you're a kid growing up on TV, people are watching you go through all that awkward stuff and kind of figure out who you are. So I would say that's the most challenging thing, just because that's hard for anyone, even if you're not on TV.
All challenges aside, Miranda has no regrets about spending much of her childhood on set and is thankful for the experiences that came with it.
I had a lot of amazing experiences making the show, and I sort of feel like everybody's life has good and bad, and I wouldn't change anything, but I am grateful for this experience because I think it's just made me kind of see it in a new, even better light than I did before. So I'm happy for that.
For more on Miranda Cosgrove, pick up this week's issue of People on Newsstands Friday.